Have you ever wanted your own Star Wars Rebel Blockade runner? Well, now that's possible. Come hang out with me as I assemble and review this awesome model by MYC. Welcome back, Hyperdrivers and newcomers. I am the Medinalorian, and here on the Hyperdrive, we talk about Star Wars news, collecting, and video games. If you like the content that you see on this channel, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you can jump to light speed every week with us right here on the Hyperdrive. All right, let's build this thing. First thing we're gonna need, my Lazy Susan. All right, next let's lay down the foundation. They only made 100 of these. This is number 91. All right, so you got a museum-style base, and it's got it allows power to go through it, so you got to make sure you plug that in. And there's your power source there in the back. All right, next we're going to put in the rod that transfers the power over to the model. And there is only one way that this goes. It's actually labeled. One side says base and the other side says kit. So that's the part that goes into the ship, and that's the part that goes into the base. It's aimed forward like this. I'm probably gonna, once I get it settled in my final display, I'll transfer these stickers over to the back of the rod, so that way, you know, it's not visible to people that come and look at the ship. So, all right, so next we're gonna put the ship into the rod. It also only goes in one way, so there is the port that it's gonna go in on. Don't know if I should put the engines in first, but we'll give this a try and see what the balance is like, and if anything, I can hold it and put the engines in. So, it's gonna go like that. Okay. Hey, it balances really well. So I was kind of worried about that. I was wondering if it was going to be forward heavy and then want to tip forward, but there it goes. Okay. All right, so next we're going to put in the engines. It only goes in one way. There is a flat spot at the bottom of this hexagon, so you just want to find that, and then that'll tell you which direction this is supposed to go. So slide that into place. And it has like a magnet, it feels like that pulls it in a little bit. So that'll help you get it installed. And then it adds some rear weight to it. Let's push that in, okay. There you go. All right, let me slap in the radar dish, just like that. Got a strong magnet that holds that in place. And now it's time to add in all these little guns. Oh boy. All right, so these main turrets go right here. You can see that they have a much bigger slot. You can slide that in there. Another one here. One went in a little further. Let's see if we can put this in another way. There we go. This one goes on that one. Yeah. So the wedges have an angle to them. So you can see there's an angle on one side. Just make sure it lines up with the slot that you're putting in so it slides in perfectly. And then you have a set of smaller turrets that go up here. Again, they're keyed in to fit in only one way. So just pay attention. All right, and then two more down below, and we should be done. There. Over here. All right, and there it is, everybody. The Tantive 4, the Rebel Blockade runner, or simply the Corvette, as many people would know it. For many of us, this is probably the very first Star Wars ship, the very first introduction to what was Star Wars, right? I can imagine you guys who were able to see the movie in 1977, and the first thing that you saw was this thing zooming away and the Star Destroyer chasing it. That must have been incredible for an opening scene of a sci-fi movie back then. This is an incredible model, guys. Super huge. I love the light up features. I love the attention to detail. The weathering on it and everything is incredible. They did a fantastic job with it. All right. So what do you get with this thing beyond the ship? Like all of their models, you're going to get a plaque and a display stand that tells you the numbered edition of what you have. You also get a card that comes with it. If it wants to focus on it, Doesn't seem like it wants to. There we go. That's a, it doesn't want to focus on it. There you go. You get a card with your number on it also, and then you get a collector's coin, which is cool. Hey, of course, it wants to focus on the collector's coin, but there you go. And it says NYC models on the back. So dope, so that you could display that with your ship. For display purposes, let's go over the dimensions. Got the tape out. So this is 29.5 inches long, almost 30 inches long. I would just say 30 inches long, because you're gonna need some space on the sides of it. So 30 inches in width. It stands with the base about just shy of 14 inches, just a little bit under 14 inches tall. And then the width of the ship is about 9.25 inches wide. So that's the space that you're gonna need. As you can see, the display stand, it's got a museum style display stand that says NYC and Merlin models, is because this is who they work with for this particular build. So really incredible work, like I said. The display stand sits within inside of the confines of the ship. So this is not one that you're gonna be able to put like a glass display around. Well, you can, but you wouldn't have it connect to the stand, because the ship kind of, extends past that. It's got a real good balance to it, so it's not heavy in either direction. So I think that's neat. Doesn't feel like it's gonna lean or anything like that. But I'm just really impressed with the details on this thing. First of all, love light up features. Light up features are awesome. I like that they have the cockpit, or I keep saying cockpit, but the command deck all lit up like that, which is cool. If you look inside, you can actually see details inside of the command deck. So you can see like little small textures and details and all kinds of stuff, lights in the back. I want to say that you can even see pilots, but I'd have to really zoom in to see that. My vision's getting pretty bad these days, but that's cool that you could actually see some details inside of the command deck, which is dope. I like that the engines light up in the back, and you got the orange lights, so that's cool. I like how that came out. I think the light up for this one is based on the one from Rogue One version of it. So the ship was also featured at the end of that movie. And then you have all of the weathering, which is awesome. It looks beat up, and it looks like it's been through some stuff. There's dirt and a lot of score marks and grime and stuff like that, which looks very, very cool. I like how the red areas around these the front part of the ship and some of the other red areas have scuff marks and stuff like that, and weathering there, which is super nice. So very, very neat. I also like that it's not a very wide ship. It is very, it's very wide this way, but width-wise, I guess depth. It doesn't have a lot of depth. So this is something that, you want to take and put on display like wide this way. And you can actually still see all around the ship. Got really nice attention to detail with the greeblies here going all around the ship. The way the satellite dish looks grimy and dirty and everything. I keep saying grimy and dirty, I know, but it's nowhere else to call it. And then there's all kinds of different tones of colors going on here, beyond the reds and the grays and the grime and everything like that. There's actually two-tone paint here that I'm noticing. So some of the panel lines have different colors. It's got more of like a blue-gray going on there versus like a light gray. So that's kind of neat. So yeah, man, I gotta say, when you see this thing in person, you're gonna be like, wow. It's very, very fun to have these ships in the collection. I can't say that enough. I'm loving collecting these ships. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I believe this one is sold out now, but you can probably find it on the second market somewhere. Just check with NYC. Maybe they have some extras if you're looking to pick this one up. I highly recommend this, especially if you like the ship collecting. This is a nice addition to have in the collection. Now I need to get a Star Destroyer. I know I have a Lego Star Destroyer, but I need a Star Destroyer from NYC so that I could go with this. So just letting you know, Star Destroyer.
We shall double our efforts.
What ship do you guys want to see next come from them? Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think about this ship? Also, let me know that as well. And until next time, may the force be with you.